So let me show you guys these quick trades real quick. So you can kind of peep the scene. I sent out two big, huge winning trades this evening to my group for the Asian session group. As you can see, this is the NQ, and I'll start with that one first. So this is where my course in drawing trend lines actually paid off because my instructor had told me that there's a such thing called inner trend lines and outer trend lines. And so you can have a macro trend line, and I'll show you this. So you can have the bigger trend line, which kind of shows you the overall perspective of what's going on in the markets, right? So that's your higher time frame, and you can see that, okay, it's respecting that, respecting, boom, boom, boom. But then when you drill down to the lower time frame and really drill in deeper, this is where your quote unquote inner trend line comes in play inside of the outer trend lines. And so as you can see, I drew the inner trend lines during the Asian session. We took a trade right here, and we could have held it much, much longer. But, when it hit right here, we took our profits pretty quickly because, again, you don't know whether it's going to retrace or not. But right here, I forgot where it was. It was somewhere up in this area right here. But either way it goes, we ate pretty good off of that trade. And so NQ is the leader of the futures market. NQ, ES, and then YM in that order. So next, I said, okay, if NQ is going up and it's still going to push after we've taken our money, then that means YM should be next. And so I went over to YM, and as you can see, I drew a trend line right here and said, okay, I see that it's respecting. This is the open of the Asian session right here at 6:05. So it was pushing down, then it pulled right back in quickly. And so I said, okay, this is meaning that it's respecting this trend line, which I can actually pull it out a little bit neater for those who's going to be a nitpickers. But, I just did it this way because this candle touched, dropped through, broke through, and came right back in, and then it respected right here. So that's why I said, okay, hey, let's go ahead and take a trade on that one. And here's an inner trend line similar to NQ, and you can see it did the same thing. And I'm recording this long after we closed and took our money. So again, I kind of knew that it would probably come up to here and retest this level right here. I'm sorry, let me mark this out so y'all can see it. This was what I was looking for, and it looks like it actually will come up and possibly touch it. But again, like I told them, hey man, let's not be greedy sometimes, because greed will just eat you up, and you sit there getting greedy, and boom, you miss out on opportunity because you're trying to be greedy. So for me, when I see these first red candles, I just take my money because you don't know. Everything looks beautiful after the trade is over, but truth be told, you don't know. So it's better to just be safe than sorry. So on one of my prop firm accounts, just netted about a grand on one of my prop firm accounts, on my smaller ones. I did MNQ and MYM. So, on the 25K accounts, you got to go slow because if you try to go too big and too fast, you're going to blow it. So, I made a couple of hundred on each one of those prop firm accounts on the small ones. So, long story short, it was two nice, clean, easy trades that slowly drifted into profit. No rush, no fuss, no news, no nothing. And that's part of the reason why I enjoy trading the Asian session because I know that it's going to do a slow Tokyo drift, just like the movie. It's going to just do a slow Tokyo drift and drift in the direction it's supposed to go, and then you just get off wherever you feel comfortable. So that's what we did. And I always tell them, hey, just because I'm closing the trade out doesn't mean you have to. I will tell you when to take profit, but if you want to hold it to TP that I send out, you can do that as well. It's up to you guys what you want to do. I'm just been trained by the markets during bad sessions to, not sit there holding your trades too long. But truth be told, if I had to fix one thing about my trading, is to actually get comfortable with the fact that I can hold it all day long during the Asian session. It doesn't have the reactive news events, huge pullbacks, and all those kind of things typically that you will get in the London or New York session. Those are the biggest biggies right there. Those sessions are big, a lot of volume, a lot of people jumping in and news events and stuff like that. But during the Asian session, there isn't any news events. and it's very low volume. And so, it is what it is. Matter of fact, I just got an alert from one of my systems letting me know I could have still been buying again on this, which means it will push up to my trend line that I had up here from the higher time frame, seeing that it will retest this level right here. I was looking at this candle right there to retest, and it looks like it probably will push and get there. So yeah, we could have held it longer, but again, there's always more trades to come. So anyway, just wanted to give you guys a quick review before I go to sleep on why I sent out the 2 winning trades this evening, and and what it was looking like in my eyes. And what did I see? So anyway, it was nice, easy money, and I'm gonna try to find some more tomorrow. So the link, if you want to get my personal trades, are in the description below. If you want to get copied on our Forex trades, oil and silver indices, which is different from futures, then you want to join the super easy copycat group, and the link is in the description below. If you want to trade live during the New York session in the futures market, you can do that with Miss Jenny. And so that's the New York session. So you want to click on Futrix.com and click on the New York session, and you'll be able to trade 3 days a week with her live. But again, if you just want my trade alerts from my personal Telegram group, then go ahead and join the Asian session. Okay, and then I'll be sending out alerts. And sometimes if I find setups during the New York, I will send out alerts during that time as well. So, it is what it is. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.